Hello, this is Taz, and I'll be doing a drawing of Gohan from the show Dragon Ball Z. Just like a step-by-step guide, of, like, my process of drawing, cool things in that. So I start off with like a circle as a base, and then I just draw out that outline. Didn't really have this recorded before, so I just like showed it to you on screen. Like, don't even know what I'm doing right now. I think I'm just like changing the like see-throughness of opacity or whatever it's called, like just so I can like see more of the outline, like so you can see the outline more, like so you can draw over it or it appears like higher on other layers. And as you can see, I'm like doing more like a fine line work, adding like more detail to the design and stuff. But this isn't my final line work. Like most people only have like three, but because I'm kind of new to this, I like do a lot because I want to get like perfect. And I got like my mock colors in, so I know what colors I will use in the final stage, and I can like change it when I feel like it and not making mistakes. And then this is like the final line work where I get everything detailed. You can see by there, I keep messing up the chin, so I kept like redoing it, which is kind of fun. Even if you make mistakes, you could just keep erasing, doing it over again, Control Z to return like to your last point. Photoshop is very like, easy to make mistakes with and like change them, if you know what I mean. And you make a lot of mistakes. I was just like thinking of characters to draw. I was like, fun. Like I've never drawn Gohan before, which is cool. He's like one of my favorite characters. Like, well, was one of my favorite characters growing up. And then that this is like one of his best moments as well. Like I've never really like tried to draw something like this before. And I put the red background in so like you can see more of the colors. So like you can see like where you're going over the lines. You can actually get the white in the eyes as well because you can't really tell that it's not white, if you know what I mean. And then as you can see, like I think he's kind of a bit too tanned, so I changed the colors over a bit. But I like keep doing the blood and everything every single time, which is kind of a waste of time. So like don't do that. Add the details after, which I would say. But mostly if I was to make any more edits to this design, it'd probably be the chin more so, maybe like make it thicker, if you know what I mean. Add more like density to it. And then maybe the clothing as well. Maybe someday I might do like a full character design because this was like a sketch up, if you know what I mean. Quick sketch of Gohan. You can tell like some of the proportions are slightly off, but you can add like change that at the end, fix it slightly. The moment is what happened is that there's like transformations in Dragon Ball Z. There's a lot of different characters, and then they like have there's the Saiyans, there's the humans and stuff like that. The Saiyans have a transformation called the Super Saiyan, and then this is even beyond that. Super Saiyan 2, creative name I know, but yeah. And he went in this form like after it's like a character died, he was angry, and then got stronger. I could talk more in depth about the show, but this is really about the drawing, like and my highlights and all that stuff. Mostly I just use three shades when coloring in. So I have like my lightest, then the darker one, and then the darkest shade. And then the darkest shade like meets the depth in the character, as you can see in the muscle tone and all that stuff. Like, and hopefully when I get better in anatomy, I can draw better characters, if you know what I mean. Clothing is another hard thing to do because like the shading on it is kind of different in like anime and manga than in like real life, I guess, if you know what I mean. And I think I would have done a lighter tone for the hair color as well, because it kind of has like a greenish tinge to it, which is like the older style of Dragon Ball Z. And the newer style, they're more like kind of plasticky, kind of like glossy and shiny and all that kind of things. I don't really like it that much, but the hair does look kind of cool. And then the lightning's just the final effects added to the characters. messing around with like a few settings, like the gloss setting or whatever, the blur tool that I learned in like my college. Someone showed it to me and I was like, that's very useful. But I never used it in like the whole character design. I just used it for the lightning, funny enough, because I completely forgot about it. And then this is when I just touching up the page, shrinking everything, adding more to the design, changing the background, which I did not like in the end, so I changed. And then so on and so on. That's going. And then that's the final design, as you can see there. You can see that I did like a darker like highlights on the edge of his face. You got the shine there as well. You got a bit more blood like on him, more scratches, more scars and stuff like that. And that's the end of the video. Thanks for watching.